Alright, in this video we're going to do 1,4CW1 inverse operations. We're going to do a couple of these problems here. I'll review a couple of them here that you might have missed during class. So problem number 1, we're given 4/5 x squared equals 28.8. Our goal is to find out what x is. The two answers for x could be. So this involves square roots. You know, in plus and minus. So, and dividing by fractions. So we have 4/5 times x squared. So to move the 4/5 to the other side, we have to divide by 4/5 to both sides of the equation. So we have x squared equals, 28.8 divided by 4/5 gets us 36. Oh, it comes up pretty nice. I bet a lot of you guys know. X squared, the inverse operation is square root. So we take the square root to both sides, and we get x equals plus minus the square root of 36, which square root of 36 is 6. So our two answers is x plus 6 and x minus 6. That's our answer to problem number 1. Next up, we'll do problem number 2. Alright, here's problem number 2. We have 6/7 times x squared equals 42. Our goal is to find out the two values of x that will make this equation true. We're going to do this by using inverse operations here. So, what we're going to do is that we're going to divide by 6/7 to both sides, because that's the inverse operations. So we divide by 6/7. So we have x squared equals, 42 divided by 6/7 gets you 49. X squared equals 49. We take the square root to both sides. So we get x equals plus minus the square root of 49. And the square root of 49 is 7. So our two answers is x equals positive 7 and x equals negative 7. Next up will be problem number 3. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's problem number 3. We have 8/5 times x squared equals 129.6. Just like what we've been doing, this is 8/5 times x squared, so we got to divide by 8/5 to both sides. So we have x squared equals, 129.6 divided by 8/5. Make sure when you put it in that calculator, you're using those parentheses, like I probably said 100 times in class. 129.6 divided by 8/5 gets you 81. Square root to both sides. You get x equals plus minus the square root of 81, which means x equals plus minus 9. So x equals positive 9 and x equals negative 9. We successfully completed problem number 3. Next up is problem number 4. Next up is problem number 4. We have 7/11 times x squared equals 15.909090, because that's bar notation. So it's a whole bunch of 9's in your calculator I need you to put in your calculator, because we can't put a bar notation in your graphing calculator just yet. So a whole bunch of 9's. Divide by 7/11 to both sides. When we do that, we're going to have x squared equals, we'll put in 15.90, 90, 90, 90, 90, all the way into the end, a whole bunch of 9's. The more 9's there are, the more accurate you'll get. And then divide by button, parentheses 7 divided by 11, close parentheses, then hit enter on your calculator. And then you're going to get 25. Square root both sides, you get x equals plus minus 5, because square root of 25 is 5. And that's our two answers for problem number 4. X equals positive 5 and x equals negative 5. Next up is problem number 5. Alright, here in problem number 5, we got a little bit problem that's a little bit different from the other ones here too. We have 6/13 times x squared equals 16.6153846 ... Now the calculator, you know a calculator stops after a certain amount of numbers on the right. So in this problem, that number 462, it doesn't really end there at 2. There's a little bit more. So we have to keep that in mind when we're working with calculators and technology. Sometimes it doesn't have the exact perfect answer. But we're still going to do the same exact process here. We're going to divide by 6/13 to both sides. We're going to get x squared equals 16.6153842 divided by 6/13. This is going to get us approximately 36. I think that's the number that they're going to be looking for here. So x squared equals 36. Take the square root to both sides. You get x equals plus or minus 6. Now a problem like that could pop up on the park on you, but just keep in mind that numbers continue sometimes on and on. That's problem number 5. The answer is positive 6 and negative 6. Now the rest 6, 7, and 8 I expect you to do on your own. The answers are, though, for number 6 is x equals 8 and x equals negative 8. Number 7, the answers are x equals 10 and x equals negative 10. And problem number 8, the answer is x equals 9 and x equals negative 9. If you want any more on problems, help on problems like this, please comment extra help. Alright, have a good night.